Hi there everyone, and welcome to this week's Grow Together yoga class. Today we're going to be doing a balance class, and we're just going to be balancing the body left and right, and also taking action with the muscles and making sure that we can hold ourselves upright when we're balancing in different poses. So let's get started on a comfortable seat with your legs crossed and your eyes closed. And you can kind of prop a pillow or a blanket under you if you like to raise the hips. Just take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Just take a moment to get in touch with the breath and the body. Take a moment to tuck the chin in and down, just slightly. Head over heart, heart over pelvis. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. You can blink your eyes open now. And we're going to be doing alternate nostril breathing. So just using your strong hand. So I'm a right-handed human, so I'm going to take my thumb and my pinky out, kind of like a hang loose symbol. I actually like to use my pointer finger to put on my third eye as well, so you can do that too if you like. Just take a deep breath in and a deep breath out, yeah. And then taking your hand to the center of your face and plugging one nostril with your thumb. Take a deep breath in through the other nostril and plug both nostrils, and then let the other one go. And then take an in-breath through the nostril that's free, and then plug both nostrils and let go of the other one. So keep going. Inhale. Plug and change. Inhale through the free nostril. Plug and change. Inhale. And plug and change. So balancing through the systems here. Inhale. Plug both nostrils and change. Exhale. Inhale. Plug and change. Exhale. A couple more times on each side. Inhale. Plug and change. Inhale. Plug and change. One more time. Inhale. And plug and change. Take your hand away from your face, down to your legs. Take a deep inhale through your nose and an exhale through your nose. Just feel the balance of your breath on each side here. And let your breath be free-flowing. Not trying to manipulate it in any way, but just letting it flow in and out of your nostrils. And be aware of the quality of the breath coming in and out of your nostrils as well. The temperature, the pace, how much breath you're getting in and how much you're letting out. Just notice the quality. Take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale. As you inhale, coming on to a tabletop position. Wrists right underneath your shoulders, knees right underneath your hips. You know what to do here. Set up your foundation. Take your fingertips wide. Pushing the tops of your feet into the earth. Squeezing your inner thighs together. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Coming into a balancing table, raising your right leg up just as far as your body and pointing your toes towards the mat. Take a deep breath in here and a deep breath out. Maybe you try to lift your left arm up just to your shoulder. Take a deep breath in, activating the core muscles, and exhale. Inhale, fill up, and exhale to empty. Last one, inhale. And as you exhale, bring your knee into your elbow or knee to nose. Inhale, take that hand forward, your leg back, stretch it out, and exhale, bring it all in. 2 more times. Inhale, take it out, stretch that hand, stretch that foot, and exhale, bring it all in. Last one, expand fingertip to heel, and exhale, bring it all in. And then taking the knee, the hand down to tabletop. Take an inhale, and an exhale. Now taking your left foot back, take a deep breath in, toes point down, strong foundation. And on your next inhale, taking your right hand up. Balancing your left hand and your right leg. Fill up and empty. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Last inhale here. And as you exhale, knee to elbow or knee to nose. Bring it all in. Inhale, take the hand out, the back heel back, and exhale, bring it all in. Couple more times. Inhale, expand out, and exhale to contract. One more time. Inhale, and exhale. And then coming back into a tabletop, take an inhale, and an exhale. Coming into cat-cow as you inhale, look up, drop the belly, raise the tail. Exhale, taking the ribs back and up, looking down. Inhale, rising the chest, broad shoulders. And exhale, tailbone down. Inhale, look up, belly drops, tail lifts. Exhale, tail tucks, belly comes up and in, looking down. Last one, inhale. And exhale to cat. Coming into a neutral spine. Taking your hands a palm print forward. Tucking your toes, inhale. And as you exhale, taking your knees to straight, your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Take an inhale. And an exhale. Just digging into the balance of this pose. Digging into your foundation of your fingertips, your toes, and then walking it out, straightening one leg and bending the other, stretching out the hamstrings. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then walking your hands back to meet your feet. Coming into a ragdoll at the back of your mat. So you can take opposite elbow creases, rock back and forth, and let your knees be as bent as you like here. Stretching out the hamstrings and letting the neck go, so maybe nodding your head yes. and shaking your head no. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Fill up and empty. Last full breath, inhale and exhale. As you inhale, strong legs come up, halfway lift. And exhale to lower down. And inhale, coming up all the way. Arms reach to the sides. Bring your fingertips all the way up to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart. Taking your palms to look towards the front of the room. And closing your eyes for a mountain pose. So, working from the foundation once again. Feeling where the weight is in your feet. Maybe you rock front and back and side to side, figuring out the perfect middle ground. Feeling your arches lift, take your toes up off the ground. And as you exhale, taking each toe back towards the earth, keeping the arches lifted. Raising the kneecaps up just a bit to activate the legs. Still hugging inner thighs towards the midline. Taking your lower ribs in just a bit. And chest lifts and then shoulders come forward, up and back. Inhale and exhale, let them drape down. Take an inhale. And an exhale. And right now, just tapping into the fact that just as we're standing, as we're moving, we are using muscles to balance ourselves. So even just partaking in the practice of yoga is a balance. Every pose, every movement, we use our body in balance. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Can blink your eyes open. Take your hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. So we're just going to take 6 steps towards the front of our mat. So just making them really small, but we're going to be really intentional. So taking our right leg up, your knee up towards your chest. Flexing your foot, take an inhale. And as you exhale, taking your heel to the ground first, and then keeping your arches lifted, lower your foot and then each toe on the ground. So taking the action of walking and really seeing how we balance each of our active systems. So inhale, taking the left leg up, balancing on the right foot. Knee up towards the chest, toes flexed. And exhale, bring the heel down. The rest of the foot, keeping your arches lifted, and then taking each toe on the ground. Take an inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, heel. Rest of the foot. Toes come down, strong legs. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, heel. The rest of the foot, arches high and toes down. Inhale, right leg lifts. Heel down. Toes and the rest of the foot. And one last one. Inhale, bring the left leg up. Exhale the heel down. High arches, let the toes drop. Nice. And just taking the right foot up to meet the left. Take an inhale. And an exhale. Inhale, bring both arms up to the sky, reaching to the sky, fingertips touch. And exhale, folding down through the midline. Nice. Inhale, halfway lift, strong spine. And exhale, plant the hands and step back to downward facing dog. Take an inhale. And take an exhale. Really digging into the foundation of your fingers, so taking your fingers wide. Really activating your arms. Shoulders are relaxed. Take an inhale. And an exhale. We're going to be doing downward dog ankle taps. So to balance this, you want to take your weight on to one hand and then take the other hand and kind of wrap it diagonally. So I'll kind of show you what I mean while I'm explaining. And taking one arm to the other side. So we'll start with our right arm. So coming onto the left hand a little bit with our weight, and then taking the right arm to a diagonal towards our ankle. But you can also go right to the floor if you like, if you can't reach. Take an inhale. And an exhale. One last breath here. And exhale, take that right hand back up to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Taking your weight onto the right hand and taking your left hand diagonally across your body to the floor or to your ankle if you can reach. Take an inhale and an exhale. Last breath in and exhale, take that hand back. One last time on each side. Inhale, taking the right hand diagonally across the body. And exhale. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Last breath in. And exhale, take that right hand back. Then coming onto your weight with the right hand, taking the left hand diagonally, balancing, downward facing dog. Take an inhale and an exhale. Take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale fully and exhale that left hand. Nice job. Take an inhale and an exhale. Walking your feet up towards your hands for forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift when you get there. And exhale to fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up, hands touch at the top. And exhale, hands to heart. Coming into a tree pose, taking your weight onto your left foot. And then taking your right foot up to your ankle and take your knee out to the side. Yeah. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And if you can, on your next inhale, taking it to the side of your shin, the inside of your shin, or all the way up to the inside of your thigh. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale, maybe you grow your branches. Take your hands up to the sky. Just making sure your foot isn't on your knee or beside your knee, really protecting the knee here. And making sure you're looking at a point on the floor or the wall that isn't moving. And you're kind of keeping your focus on one point. All the muscles in your feet, all the muscles in your left leg, and rising all the way up to the top of your head. They're all working to balance you right now. And you can take your arms wherever you like. We're going to be here for a few more breaths. It's okay if you fall out. Just get back into it. And try your best. Every time you get back into a balanced pose, your muscles are creating that knowing of what to do when you get there. Take one last deep breath in. And a deep breath out to take that knee first to the front of the room. So taking your knee to the front of the room and then slowly taking your foot down. Nice job. And take your hands back to your chest, heart center. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. And taking your weight to the right foot. And then taking your left foot up to your inner ankle. Perfect knee out. Strong right leg. Chest is lifting up towards the sky. And then either taking your foot up, you can also stay here if you like. You can take it on the inside of your right shin or all the way up to the inside of your right inner thigh. So up to you. And then on your next inhale, growing your branches any way you like. You can take your arms behind you as well. You can connect your palms, connect the pointer finger and the thumb also if you like. And again, feeling the grounding energy from your feet, your legs, and feel the upper body rise out of that. When I teach the little ones, I teach that in this tree you have your roots and you're growing up through them. And that's kind of what it's like, that you're digging into the foundation, but your upper body is lifting up like a tree. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Be here for just a few more breaths. Focus your attention. It's okay if you fall out. You can get right back in it. One last breath in. And as you exhale, taking your knee to the front of the room and then letting your foot come down, hands come to heart center. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale, swing your arms up overhead to the sky. And exhale, fold through the midline all the way down. Inhale to lift halfway, strong spine. And exhale, plant your hands, step back into downward facing dog. Take an in-breath. And an out-breath. Fill up. And empty. Last one, inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, lifting your right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. And first, keeping your toes pointing towards the ground, keeping your hips really level. Take an in-breath. And an out-breath. And then opening your hips to the right side of the room and then bending at the knee here. Opening the hips, balancing, three-legged dog. Take a deep in-breath. And an out-breath. Last one, inhale. And exhale, bring that hip back to center. And then bring that foot back to downward facing dog. Nice. Take an in-breath. And an exhale. Inhale, take the left foot up to the sky, three-legged dog. Keeping the toes pointed towards the ground, take one in-breath and an out-breath. And then opening that hip towards the left side of the room and bending at the knee. Keeping the foot flexed to protect the knee. Take an in-breath and an out-breath. One last breath in. And exhale, take the foot. Take your hips center and then bring the foot down, downward facing dog. Take an in-breath. And exhale. Inhale, fill up. And empty. Last breath in. As you breathe out, taking your feet and walking them up towards your hands, but this time your feet are going to come on the outside of your hands. And then you're dropping your bum down for a Yogi Squat. Nice. So you can be on your flat feet, or you can be up on your toes here as well, depending on how your hips feel, how your knees feel. Take a deep breath in. Hands are at heart center. And a deep breath out. And just make sure there's a little bit of room on your mat in front of you. So you might have to step back a little bit. Yeah. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. I'm going to play with some crow here. So taking your hands on the mat in front of you. And then taking your hips up slightly. Coming onto your toes here. And then snuggling your knees up towards your armpits. And then shifting your weight forward onto your hands, bending at the elbows. And maybe you play with taking one toe up and then lowering that foot and maybe bringing the other toe up. And again with this pose, if you fall, if you come forward or fall out of it, just come back in. Foundation is so important here, so taking your fingers into the mat, really activating the hands to save the wrists. A couple more breaths just to play around. Last breath in. And last breath out, and you can come out of it coming back into your Yogi Squat. And then taking your hands behind you and just coming onto your bum. And then still keeping your knees bent here, your feet on the ground. Take your hands behind your on the inside of your thighs, right under your knee. Yeah. So just grabbing the outsides of your legs. So we're coming into boat pose. I'll just kind of explain. So taking your hands like on your inner knee creases. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So deep breath in. And a deep breath out. And as you inhale, straightening out through the spine. And keeping your back really straight. Shoulders are relaxed. And then when your chest is coming up and your back is straight, you're going to lean back just as far as your toes can come off the ground and hover. So taking your feet to a hover here, coming back so that your feet can hover. And we're really balancing here using the core to balance on the tailbone. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Keeping the back really straight, keeping the shoulders back. If you like, you can stay here or you can straighten your legs. Or you can just take your hands in front of you to balance. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. A couple more breaths here, playing around with boat. One more breath. And exhale, you can take your feet back towards the earth. And then scooting up towards the middle of your mat, taking the outsides of your knees now, and then rocking backwards onto your back. Rounding at the back, nice. Taking your right knee in and your left leg long. Yeah, taking your hands to your right knee. And keep both of the feet active here. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out to hug that right knee in. And just taking it side to side or little circles to open up the hip. We can do little circles one way and then change the direction. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Opening up the left hip flexor and the hips. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, taking that right knee over towards the left side of your mat. And taking your arms out long beside you. So taking the right arm, into like a T position. So a little variation on the reclined twist. One leg long and one leg bent. Take an inhale. And exhale, looking over to the right side if that's okay for your neck. Letting your gaze come heavy or be closed here. Last week we talked about how stillness and movement complement each other, and they really are a balance as well. So right now we are balancing the movement that we've done and sinking into the mat now. Steadying the breath, steadying the mind. On your next inhale, taking the right leg to center, right knee to center. And then hugging in the left leg, giving your knees a hug. First, connecting them, and then taking your right leg long and your left knee in. Again, keeping your toes active. Maybe taking little circles with the left knee, one way, and then the other. Maybe just taking it right to left. Just making whatever movements feel good here. Taking your arms in a T position, and on your next exhale, taking your left knee over to the right side of the mat. Take an inhale. And exhale, looking at the left-hand side of the room, if that's okay for your neck. Letting your gaze be heavy or your eyes closed. Taking a moment to balance the movement with some stillness here. And it's amazing how much balance poses incorporate every part of the body, every little intricate muscle. It's really important to relax and to really give all of those small intricate muscles a chance to relax. Take a few more breaths here. Beginning to steady out the breath, steady out the mind. On your next inhale, bringing your left knee up to center. Taking your right knee up, meeting them, hugging them in. Rocking side to side, massaging out the internal organs in your spine. And then getting comfy for Shavasana, so taking your arms and your legs out, maybe grabbing a pillow or a blanket. And again, just taking a moment here to feel the quality of the breath through your nostrils. Left and right. What's the pace? What's the temperature? Is it deep or shallow? And just taking note of it. Now we're going to do a little body scan. From the top of your head, just noticing how the right and left part of your head feel. Does one feel more heavy than the other? And moving toward your facial muscles, your eyes. Notice how one is feeling in the other. Notice how the right cheek feels and the left. And once you notice, just relaxing the muscles. Moving on towards the mouth. Right side and left. Notice how they feel. Noticing the jaw, right and left. The ears. Opposite sides of your neck. Just noticing if the body is balanced. Coming down to the shoulders. Maybe one is a bit heavier on the ground than the other. Releasing any tension here. Noticing the right and left arm. Right and left hand. And taking our attention into the chest. left and right side of the chest, all the way through our torso, the ribs, the stomach, all the way down to the hips, right and left hips. Does one feel heavier than the other? Just notice. Moving towards your thighs, your knees, your shins and your calves, all the way down to your left and right toes. Now all parts of your body are balanced, touching the earth at all the same points, and heavy in all places. Your breath is balanced. And everything is just how it should be. Starting to lengthen your inhales, lengthen your exhales, wiggling the fingers and the toes, making really little movements here. Circling your wrists and your ankles. And when you're ready, taking your hands overhead, big stretch from your fingertips to your toes. And then coming over onto your right hand side. Taking a few deep breaths here. Using your left hand to prop yourself up on the next inhale. Coming into a comfortable seat with your legs crossed. Keeping your eyes closed for now. Feeling as the body is relaxed and balanced. Take an inhale to bring your hands to heart center. And exhale your forehead towards your fingertips to bow. Inhale, taking your chin up. And exhale, blinking your eyes open. Thank you for joining us today for our balancing class, and we will see you next week.